Have you recently been asked to take part in a public opinion poll? 217-629-7970. That's the phone number here live and local. Need to hear from you. Again, 217-629-7970. And want to find out if you've recently been asked to take a poll. I got a text over the weekend that said, we want to know how you feel about current issues in your state. Voice your opinions here. Gave a link via text. I followed the link. Typically don't follow those types of things, but I did recently see somebody else post on social media that they were just had a call by somebody wanting to ask them some questions. But as I went through the process, it asked for my age, the state, and birth date. And then the question was, are you or a member of your household a member of the media? Advertisement, newspapers, radio, TV. So I answered, yeah, of course, because I'm on the air right now. It's Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop, by the way. Thanks for hanging out. But after I answered that, it said, oh, all done. Thanks. Bye. And then it just closed the web page. So I'm curious if any of you out there have received a similar poll asking what your current thoughts are on things happening in the state, on current issues. So if you've taken this poll, would love to hear what some of those issues were, or if you just want to share what your thoughts are on current issues in the state, 217-629-7970. Again, 217-629-7970. 7970. That's the phone number here on Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop. Now, each and every weekday, we do have a daily poll at WMAY.com. Today's question is asking you about how you're impacted by inflation. Are you cutting spending? Are you making more money so you're breaking even? Or, a variety of other ways. But you can always take that poll at WMAY.com. And that's a new question every day. But these public opinion polls, which, of course, we're in a primary season. So I'm interested to hear from you if you took this poll, what this poll asked. Was it about people seeking office? Like, was it about the primary? Was it about the governor? Was it about the Republicans vying for the GOP nomination? Was it about taxes? Was it about education? Was it about COVID-19? Again, I want to hear from you, 217-629-7970. Did you recently take a public opinion poll? And what were some of the questions? Or if you just want to chime in on what your thoughts are and how you feel about current issues in your state. 217-629-7970 is the phone number on this Monday morning. Good morning. And we do have a chance of some showers, but a very minor chance later on this afternoon into the evening with a high up to 65 today. Possibility of some showers Tuesday and Wednesday as well, but we're seeing mostly cloudy skies come midweek. So again, I clicked through this text. I typically don't do that. And that's because I get a whole bunch of spam text messages. I think it's because I've put my phone number publicly out there. It's on the internet. As a journalist, I give my phone number to a lot of people. I want my phone number to be available for sources. So I regularly answer phone numbers that I don't know who it's from. I even answer, if the caller ID says spam call, I will answer that and simply just say spam call. And they instantly hang up. So I just don't want to risk not being able to talk to a potential source on a story. So I answer all my calls. But I also get a ton of bogus texts. Some of them even have shared explicit photos of nude images and stuff. It's incredible that there's operations out there that do this. But those are typically like mass text messages. So my number is lumped in with a whole bunch of other phone numbers. And it's actually been kind of funny because when you do that kind of mass texting, and this was all spam, people can respond to the entire group. And every once in a while, I'll read messages to Megan that are these, responses to this mass spam text. It's kind of funny. I almost want to do like, a Tumblr or something of all these ridiculous responses because people like, I'm calling the cops or leave me alone. Stop this nonsense. I've had enough. People being like, yo, mama. It's ridiculous. But I saw this text come through over the weekend asking me verbatim, we want to know how you feel about current issues in your state. Voice your thoughts here. clicking through, answered a couple of questions. One of them was, "Are you a member of the media?" And once I answered that, I couldn't take the poll. So I want to hear from you, 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. Did you get the same text? Did you get a similar phone call? And what were some of the questions? Public opinion polls. We're probably going to get inundated with that as we head towards the June 28th primary. So I want to hear from you next. All right. 217-629-7970. That's the phone number here on Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. Let's get to a call here. Good morning. You're on WMAY. Did you get this public opinion poll? And if you didn't, you want to answer the question, how you feel about current issues in the state of Illinois. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. We've been trying to get you about your car's warranty.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. No.
I did not get that mass text. However, if you do notice, whenever you do get those group texts, a lot of the times you see, like, if you actually see the numbers that they're on, it's your number. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It's like literally one off, and they literally just go down the line of numbers. Yeah. And it's absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it is. And listen, I've even been a part of the spam texts that have like 547 area codes or something. It's just bizarre. The fact that they've got people out there to actually do this blows my mind.
And it's always like one email. It's not from another number at all.
And so real weird websites that seem to be targeting towards like the dark web or something. The dark web. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I know you got, one text today that was just kind of mind-blowing with random pics and everything like that, but it was still great.
Yeah, and thanks for showing me the gash above your eye that you got while you were skating. All right, well done.
Well, and then the one I just sent you, I seriously reminds me of the Goonies, and I'm just like, hey, you guys.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, it's absolutely hilarious.
That's funny.
But no, it was totally worth it.
It was totally worth it. Well, Eric, be safe. All right. Hopefully you got some ice on that and it's not causing too much of a headache this morning. All right. Appreciate that. All right. Stay tuned. I want to get to more of your calls. 217-629-7970. Did you recently take a public opinion poll? We want to know how you feel about current issues in your state. Voice your concerns next at 217-629-7970. Springfield's dependable 5-day fork. All right, let's get to your phone calls. 217-629-7970. How do you feel about current issues in the state of Illinois? I don't know what issues in particular, but just interested to hear if you were asked this question on a recent poll and openly just asking what your thoughts are about current issues in the state of Illinois. 217-629-7970. Again, 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. And you're going to get, I'm sure, inundated with a lot of different poll data. We have the daily poll at WMAY.com, which just asks one question. Each day it's a new question. We just throw it out there as a way for you to interact, and we tally it all up throughout the morning here with Springfield's Morning News, and then in the afternoon with Springfield's Afternoon News. So it's a way for us to kind of gauge on some of the high-level issues that are impacting people day to day. But I'm curious if you recently took this poll with the question of, they want to know how you feel about current issues in your state. This could be a political campaign trying to gauge the public's interest. Might have actually asked about candidates. I don't know because I wasn't allowed to actually take the poll. I got asked to take a poll, but the third or fourth question in was, are you or is anybody in your household a member of the media, newspaper, radio, advertising, etc.? I answered honestly, and then it said, okay, thank you. That's it. No poll for you. So I'm asking you out there, what were the questions? Did you get prompted to take a poll? And if you did, what were the questions that were asked? Feel free to email me as well, bishoponair@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you can sound off that way. If you took this poll, what were some of the questions that were asked? Was it about taxes? Was it about COVID policies? Was it about immigration policies? Was it about crime? Did it ask specifics about the issues of political candidates for office, like Governor J.B. Pritzker, or was this a poll commissioned by Richard Irvin? I couldn't follow through and see, who was behind this poll. But again, I clicked through and I answered the first few questions, and the first few questions were like, hey, location, birth date, and then like it asked if I was a member of the media, which I answered honestly and said, yeah. And then it promptly ended the poll. Good morning. You're on WMAY. Your thoughts?
Greg, I've yet to take the poll, but you can take that poll. Just pull the Fox News. You're an entertainer. You're not a journalist.
I'm a content creator. I'm a content creator,
buddy. I got faith in you. You can weasel around that. I want you to take that damn poll, Greg. Let's let Greg take the poll, guys.
Yeah, please. Yeah, let's have a public campaign. No, I appreciate that. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. But I do, we're going to get inundated with polling data. And we've talked about polls before in the past, where sometimes polls, they're supposed to reflect public opinion, but oftentimes polls are used to try and shape public opinion. And a lot of times as well, we get polling data and it's just not scientific. Listen, I'm not gonna say that the WMAY daily poll is scientific, because it's just, it's a daily thing. It's something that's top level news item, how you're being impacted by it, and a way for us to kind of just gauge what the listeners are feeling out there. But it's not scientific, right? Scientific is, you've got a chosen subset of the population. You're looking to get 2,000 respondents. If you get 1,000 respondents, that's awesome. But you're looking all across the spectrum, from young to old, to Democrat to Republican, to Latino, to Black or Hispanic or white or whatever the case may be. You're looking to get a wide spectrum. A lot of times these polls don't necessarily do that. So we're going to see a lot of polling data as we get closer to not just the November election, but also the June 28th primary here in Illinois. All right, so nobody out there really took the poll. Interesting. Why did I get a text then? Because I provided virtually zero data. Once I answered if I was a member of the media, they just shut it down. Said, okay, thank you for attempting to take the survey. Maybe we revisit this, because you're probably going to get inundated with a bunch of polling questions. So who knows? All right. Appreciate everybody chiming in here on WMAY. Again, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just search out Bishop on Air. You can also email me, bishoponair@gmail.com.